everybody, Bug Eater back with another video. So, between the site's stereotypical 20-mile-an-hour winds, highs in the 30s, and a broken detector, I was just not able to get much footage of my hunt at the Native American village. I did get a few clips. I'm going to combine those with some footage from a day that Ted and I got out for a few hours. So, I'm going to turn the camera around and loop you back in with a few of the finds I did not catch on camera. And then on to the rest of the hunt. So here's the take from what I did not get on camera at the Native American village site. So I got at the top, Ted gave me this stone here. It's a flint scraper, and that is probably about 1,000 years old. I got this iron buckle contraption. I'm not sure what it came off of. There's a quarter cut musket ball right there, and then a bunch of flint and pottery from when my detector died. So it is a cold, rainy day out in this farm field. I'm not going to show the surroundings just to protect the area, but I said a Native American village. I've already got myself a scraper earlier. And then right here, I've got what appears to be a horse tack bit. I don't remember the name of this thing exactly, but it's definitely old. And I'm going to go over to Ted because he's got something really cool. What'd you say you got there, Ted?
Trade ring. They trade them to the Indians.
Copper or silver? Oh, that's pretty. Let's take a look at that.
Ring.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is gorgeous. Nice job. Way to start the day off.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get some buttons or something soon. Welcome to Nebraska. Once you get outside of Omaha, this is pretty much it. Just farm fields like this. Ted's down there swinging, and I got a surface find earlier. It's just a little 4-hole button. Not sure exactly what it's made of, but on my shovel there is something really cool. I'm not sure if this is maybe a watch fob or some sort of decorative bit, but it's got a ton of fancy on it. You can see the flower pattern and all that. But the back is just blank, it looks like, but it is a really cool find. A great way to start the day. Let's see if we get something else. So this one was down there. Some of the dirt had already been pushed back into the hole, but I just pulled up this little bit here, and the front side has a bunch of enamel on it. Oh, wow. Whatever that is, that was really fancy. I'm going to guess maybe some sort of hat pin or something based on the threaded back. That's a great find, though. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. I'm getting jewelry today, but Ted's got himself our first coin for today. We're thinking it's going to be an Indian. That's what you've pulled out of this field mostly, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's crusty. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
This ground is
Oh, it's definitely an Indian, though. No doubt about that. I don't know if we're going to get much for a date, though. We'll have to clean this up a little bit, and I'll loop you back in when I got the date. So here's Ted's Indian all cleaned up. There is a date on it, 1891. He's digging a signal over there. He says might be a nickel. If it actually is, I'll loop you back in, but an Indian's a good find. Let's see if we get something else. So here's another find of Ted's. He said this hit just like an Indian. I actually just dug an Indian signal myself, and it ended up being a head stamp, but he's got himself a really nice looking big 4-hole button. But there's stuff out here. Let's see if we get something else. So I've been stuck in shotgun head stamp land for the last hour or so, but I just pulled up a bucket lister. That is going to be my first ever iron that I have found with a metal detector, and it's a really tiny one actually. This came in as a loud mid-tone, but it ended up being 6-8 inches deep. But I'll take an iron. Let's see if we get something else. Well, it sounds like Ted's got another coin. He's saying it's an Indian. You got anything for a date yet?
1880 something. 1887.
Oh yeah, 1887. I can see it without the camera, but oh yeah, there we go. 87. That's a pretty good looking one.
Yeah.
Back is toast. I don't think you're going to get much off of that in the field.
Had a big iron nail right next to it, but I picked that sucker out.
Did it sound like an Indian, or did it sound weird with the nail?
A perfect 18 on the Equinox. So.
Oh, that sounds like it'd be an Indian.
It told me it was an Indian.
Oh, well, nice job. Let's see if we get something else.
All right.
So it doesn't look like it, but I really had to work for this one. I probably pulled 5 or 6 nails out of this hole, but I got something round. It's got an American flag on it. And actually, I think it's a bent up watch fob. I'm not going to try and unbend this one in the field, but Huh. It definitely got a writing on it, so I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit better, and I'll loop you back in. Well, as far as watch fobs go, I'd say this is a pretty good one. The date on it is 1908, and it is a Taft-Sherman presidential campaign watch fob, so that is a really cool piece of American history. But there's definitely old stuff here. Ted says this is the second Taft-Sherman item to come from this site, so hopefully we'll have some more old stuff soon. So I just pulled up this tacoed bit here, and on the inside there is a shank mark. Ted's saying it's a dome button though, like flat button. And this is a pretty early site. He said he's found coins dating back to the 1860s and 70s, so that's definitely a pretty old find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So I just pulled up another cool bit here. This one's an Ideal Manufacturer's overall button. The back is missing, but it's probably corroded away being in the farm field, but it's a cool find. It's definitely got some age to it. Let's see if we get something else. I think it's Ted's turn to get a watch fob. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a nice looking one. Oh, it's got a face on it.
I don't know what it is.
That's a little bit meatier than mine. It looks like a Native American. I can't get any text off of it. Maybe there's something on the back. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up, and I'll loop you back in. So here's Ted's watch fob all cleaned up. It's got a Native American on the front. And if I flip that over, it says American Accident Insurance Company. So we're thinking maybe something to do with Pontiac. But whatever it is, it's a cool find. If I can get a date or a manufacturer for you, I'll put it up right next to the watch fob. If not, let's see if we get something else. So we got a surface find. It was hitting like a nickel on the Amphibio, so I'm thinking maybe an overall button of some kind. Possibly a rivet. No, definitely going to be some sort of button. Give that a pant rub and see if I can get that design to come through just a little bit better. Huh. Oh, I see that there. TC, it looks like. Not sure what it stands for, but it's a cool find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Hey everybody, Bug Eater back with another wrap up for my hunts with Ted at the Native American village as well as a Victorian era church site. So I'm going to start off with my finds from the Native American village, and I want to say congrats to Ted on all of his awesome finds as well. But here is my take. I got this iron buckle contraption. No clue what it is, but it's definitely old. I got a horse tack bit, and this one is interesting. It is a quarter cut musket ball. Not sure why they would have wanted to cut it, but it's interesting. It's culture. I got an iron arrowhead, an iron scraper. Ted gave me this stone scraper, which could be upwards of 1,000 years old. So definitely pretty early for Nebraska. Then I also got a massive pile of flint and Native American pottery that could be anywhere from 500 to 1,000 years old. And then onto the finds from the church. I got an iron, which was a little bit unexpected. It came in as a mid-tone. It was a little bit deep, but it sounded like it was right on the surface. Ted gave me this. It's a spoon handle with some back mark on it. It's going to be a little bit tough to see. I got a chunk of crotal bell, a corset clasp, a dome-style flat button. The shank is broke off of this one inside. I got a rivet, but what's interesting about this one is it's got a design on it. This is the first I've ever seen of this. I got 4 buttons. I got this one here, which is a TC that you can barely see. I got an overall button from the Ideal Manufacturing Company. This unidentifiable overall button with some fancy, it's got a snap thing on the back. And then I also got a 4-hole button, which I believe is a shell. And then I got this here. Well, I got half of this sash buckle. Turns out Ted had found the other one a while back, so he gave the other half to me to complete this find. So thanks again, Ted, for donating that to my collection. And then my 2 personal favorite finds from the hunt were this enameled pin here. A lot of the enamel wore off when I tried to wash it, but I'm going to guess probably a hat pin based on the back. And then my absolute favorite find from this hunt is this here, which is a William Howard Taft 1908 presidential campaign watch fob. So definitely a really cool piece of American history there. But that was my hunt, guys. Thanks again for coming along. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Bug Eater, signing out.